So Matt Walsh has been following these stories. He has been repeatedly attacked by name by NBC News for his dangerous anti-trans, murder-inspiring bigotry. We wanted to see how he's holding up in the face of that. Matt Walsh, great to see you tonight. You were called out repeatedly by name, not just some guy, but Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is responsible for this mass murder. Now that we learned what we learned last night, how do you assess this?
Well, I mean, we're all owed apologies, but I'm not going to. I've seen these people enough to know that I'm not going to sit around holding my breath waiting for the apology. I think it's just a really kind of amazing to watch, especially that clip you played of CNN, where they immediately just deny this person's self-identity. And I think that the point that we want to get across is that if you're on the left, okay, you can't do that. That is not available to you. You're not allowed to do that by your own precedent, by your own philosophy, by the rules that you have set, and we're going to hold you to them. Now, you and I, Tucker, we're allowed to say about this mass shooter who calls himself non-binary, we're allowed to say, that's nonsense. I don't care. Non-binary isn't even a thing. You can't even be that. But on the left, they've made it clear that the only evidence that needs to be provided in order to prove that someone is non-binary is that they say it. And what they've also told us repeatedly is that the idea that somebody would adopt one of these identities, in a self-serving way, like, for example, a convicted male felon who's in prison who all of a sudden discovers his inner female identity, to speculate that maybe he's doing that so he could have access to female inmates in women's prisons. We're told that, you can't speculate that. That's an awful thing to even suggest. So that's them saying that, which means that they're stuck with this. I mean, as far as they're concerned, this person is non-binary. Now, what is he actually? I don't know. I think it's pretty clear he's just a crazy guy. That's what actually happened. And the other point I want to make here is that what we need to realize with the left-wing media is that when there's a mass shooting, if we don't know everything about the person's life, and we haven't seen all of their social media posts within the first 2 hours after the shooting, it almost always means that this is not a right-winger. Like, if it's a right-winger who committed the attack, we're going to know everything about them immediately. But it was very suspicious and conspicuous that up until 2-3 days passed, and we knew almost nothing about this guy. All we had was the speculation from the media, and then this shoe drops telling us that, actually, he identifies as non-binary. So that's not a coincidence. They gave themselves time, right, to get their preferred narrative out before the truth got out.